All right, hey everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about a couple things. One being patience, being one of the most important things that you have to learn to work with as you finish up each treatment round. But before I get started on this, please hit subscribe below and hit the bell for notifications so you know when I put out a video. So the reason why I wanted to talk about patience, especially after treatment, is you have to let a lot of things kind of happen, and patience, learning to have some patience, learning to have a little bit of just calmness going on in your life after treatment is really a huge thing when it comes to dealing with the recovery of treatment. So I'll kind of fill you in on what's happened in the last 2 days. I was actually over at the Shaw Center doing my treatment, and my treatment consists of 2 infusions over the course of 2 days. We're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a targeted chemotherapy treatment, and then a second chemo that I'm still learning a little bit about. But over the course of 2 days, the first infusion's about 2 hours long, and the second one's about an hour long altogether. So it's not a lot, but it's just it's a 2-day course of treatment. Yesterday afterwards, I was actually feeling pretty good, and ended up doing, when I got home after everything, I ended up going on a little evening bike ride just to get some fresh air and enjoy just some time on the bike and just spin a little bit. I was just stoked to be outside and just be spinning, so I didn't do much climbing, I didn't do much anything, just rode up, spun up the road and turned around and came back down, and it felt really good just to do that. And I might try to do that this evening also. But what I'm just trying to do is now, like, today is the first day after treatment. It's been a little over 24 hours since infusion, and I'm definitely a little tired. I'm definitely feeling a little bit fatigued at the moment, and just I think treatment's just kind of starting to kick in, and really the side effects of this specific treatment that I'm doing is going to kick in. From what I understand about it, it's going to be a little more tolerable than the aggressive treatment that we went after originally. So that's good news. Things that I'm feeling already that are different is my cough in the morning, and this is quick, right off the bat. The things that I'm noticing is my cough that I've had for the last month and a half, 2 months, is gotten a lot better. And I also have some lymph nodes just above my collarbone too that have shrunk in size. So I can tell you that within the first 24, even 48 hours since first infusion on Tuesday, has gotten a lot better. This doesn't hurt anymore. This lymph node was pretty painful, just kind of, I guess it was more achy than anything, kind of just like annoying. But it doesn't, it's shrunk in size, and it doesn't hurt like it doesn't hurt, which is great. So I guess the big thing I wanted to really talk about this is just how much patience is really going to be involved, because I've been so active, I've been so busy, and with everything I've been doing, I need to take a step back and remember that, I have to let this medicine do what it's going to do. I have to let my body kind of recuperate from it, and just take some time and be patient to let everything kind of do what it's supposed to do and unfold itself. It is important, though, that I stay active, that I stay moving and stay doing things, because I don't want to let myself get into a uh, a mindset of negativity, and that's the main reason why I want to keep moving. But at the same time, I have to be patient and let the things that are going on with my body right now kind of do what it needs to do. And that's, I think, where the struggle a lot of people have issues with, is trying to sometimes maybe take on a little too much, and it can overstress their body at the same time. Now, with that said, like there's a couple of things I need to remember, and one is just to be just careful of how I'm feeling at the moment. I've already been asked to go on a bike ride this evening, and I'm contemplating it because I need to. I feel like I really just want to keep moving and keep my body going, but I need to heed my own advice, and even my wife's advice. She's all like, "Don't go out to the office. Don't go on a bike ride. Don't do any of this stuff. You need to rest." And I agree with her. But at the same time, I'm struggling with that myself. So, that's the part where it's like, how do I make this all work? And so it's a test again, going through this again to remember where that comfort level is for me. If I can go for a little spin this evening, if it's not raining or something, that would be pretty awesome. But I'm not going to hold my breath and just kind of make a decision when it comes down to that point. Probably going to take a nap here shortly, just because I'm feeling pretty tired. I think a lot there's a little bit of I finally got through the first treatment, and there's been just a lot of work and a lot of kind of strategy leading up to this point, as far as how we want to be able to deal with our treatment and my treatment. And with that said, it's just been a lot to kind of work on, figuring out all these things, that all these pieces that we want to make sure we're feeling comfortable with. And between having multiple opinions and talking with our oncologist, making sure that we feel good about everything else and he feels good, making sure that the whole team is on the right page. And yeah, I think that's all that has finally come to fruition, where we got through the first treatment, as of yesterday, and now I'm feeling like, okay, let's just kind of wait and see what this is going to do to my body and how it's going to make me feel, and everything else. So that's kind of where it's all at the moment. So the biggest thing is just being patient, to make sure that you can kind of allow the things that are going to happen with your body happen, right? Also, the second thing that I think is really important is you need to take time to rest, and that's kind of why the patient side of it is really good, because after chemotherapy especially, your body does take a lot of abuse and a lot of damage. So by resting, by trying to get sleep, and good quality sleep at that, is really important for you to really help with the recovery process. And then 3, this is also just a good time for you to really work on yourself and start working on little things that you can do. Like if there's any sort of applications that you can kind of start getting together for funding assistance, or whatever it is, this is a good time to even start work on that when you're awake, and a little bit of kind of mental focus to help kind of with the long-term plan of what you need to accomplish, and make sure that you can have covered to meet your daily needs. So keep that in mind also. So these are the things that you can work on while you're kind of feeling down and feeling kind of just letting your body, while you're letting your body kind of just recoup from doing the chemo. For the most part, you got about 48 hours till the chemo mostly leaves your body, and so you have to kind of just take that into consideration. And then after about the first 72 hours, it's kind of game time again. You know, you got to get back into real life and back into the swing of it. And you know, some of you can do it sooner than that, some of you can't, and you got to play it by ear for how you feel. So keep that in mind. My goal is probably go back to work a little bit tomorrow and just start to see, and I need to also lay some guidelines and some ground rules at work of things that I can and can't do there, especially with the industry that I work in. So yeah, you know, it's okay. You know, just keep the communication open with everyone that you are surrounding yourself with, and that is all part of the patient side of this. And as long as they all kind of know where you're at and what your expectations are, everyone should be able to work together and make it all happen for you too. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, right after my first rounds of chemo. And I think, you know, depending on how, like I said, depending on how weather and everything looks for the day, I might try to go for a little bike ride this evening and just again get out and get some exercise and some fresh air, and just try to feel as good as I possibly can every single day after treatment. So take your time, do what you think feels right, but don't push yourself too much, because again, you don't want that to come back and bite you in the ass down the road. So awesome. If you have any questions or comments, hit me in the comment section below. And I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate your time and your energy into watching the videos, and I just want to say thank you, and I will see you on the next video.